Episode 34, Working Hard or Hardly Working? The Productivity Myth.
Hi, I'm Ellie.
And I'm Jade.
And this is Really Fucking Trying.
A podcast where we talk about the ins and outs and ups and downs of running a small business and being creative.
Today, we are talking about productivity as its own topic. We've probably touched on it a few times before in lots of different episodes, but it's a massive part of running a small
And
business.
I think we've only touched on it like
Briefly.
smallly. Yeah.
Smally. I like that. But today we're really breaking it down and talking about the pressures behind being productive, hustle culture, how we measure productivity, or sometimes how it measures us.
Ooh,
I know.
I love that.
I know, it wasn't even scripted. That bit. And it was somehow, despite the tools out there to make productivity not easier, but certainly a bit more help.
Yeah,
Like.
yeah.
Lots of tools out there to help boost productivity. We still feel like we're falling behind. Should we throw ourselves in at the deep end?
Yes.
Ask a really cheesy question,
Go
which
on.
is, are we a nation obsessed with productivity?
I loved that.
Oh,
And you said it a bit sexy as well.
I know.
It was like, this isn't just productivity, it's M&S productivity.
It's not though, it's barely fucking Lidl productivity. Do you know what? That's an insult to Lidl. What's the worst shop I know?
Green jam.
Moving on. No, but are we obsessed? Because I think we might be.
I think we might be. Do you want to go first?
When you mentioned an episode for productivity, I was like, what the fuck are we going to say on that? Like, we just do shit, get shit done. But when I really sat and think about it, I had 6 pages worth of notes.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Couldn't stop typing.
that stressed me out.
Like a little busy bee.
Yeah.
That's why I made you print them off. No, I actually think we are.
I think we are.
So much so I said that sentence 3 times.
I think we are.
When I really sit and think about it though, perhaps not always, but I can easily fall into a trap of measuring how much I liked a day based on how productive I was. And I don't think that's right.
It's not right.
No.
So I think same as you, like generally I would say yes, I am obsessed with productivity. I definitely also measure the day, like how good it's been based on how much I've got done.
Yeah.
Like I'll get home from work and Carl will be like, how was your day? And I'll be like, oh, well, I got this done and I finished this off and I started on this. But I'm never talking about like how my day actually was.
Yeah.
Like,
how are you?
Yeah, I'm talking about what I got done, which that's a bit toxic actually, when I think about it.
I think this episode's uncovered some things that
I didn't know about myself. I
also
didn't want to know.
I really didn't like your Kyle voice either, but we can move on from that.
I'll do better next time. But yeah, I think not only do I measure the day on how productive I've been, but I also kind of measure myself on how productive I am.
Yeah, I get that.
Which is disgusting. Like if I'm not being productive, I feel like I'm useless. Do you know what I mean? Is that too far?
No, I get it though. I do get it. Like you feel better when you're more productive.
When you've done more, yeah.
Do you know what? It's probably normal, and I'm not saying that's toxic, but like, what if you've had a really good day, but you haven't got much done? Is it always the fact that you've not got much done that's weighing on you more? Is it outweighing that really good day that you've had? Yeah, it could do
But
slightly,
like before I ran a business, I never felt like that. Like I didn't go home after work and be like, oh, I'm useless because I only waited on 3 tables today, or I didn't pull enough pints.
Do you know what? It's funny though, because I kept thinking about day job during writing the notes for this. Yeah, it's a really weird.
It is, isn't it? I never felt like that before.
It's completely different ball game.
Yeah.
And yet they're both jobs.
Yeah, but this is a job you've made for yourself.
Yeah.
And it's all dependent on you.
Yeah.
Which I think is why we feel like that.
Probably. It's ours as well.
Yeah. But I think we always say like the business is an extension of you. But it becomes a certain point where you have to like take yourself out of that a bit, because yes, the business is an extension of you, but you're not an extension of the business. Like,
no, you came before the business.
Yes, the business
kind
exists
of the real.
because you did, because you do.
Yeah.
You don't exist for the business. Do you know what I mean? You have to find like happiness outside of that, and that sounds cheesy as fuck, but if your whole life is about your business, you've got no quality of life outside of that.
No, but there can be so much overlap sometimes.
There can, yeah.
That's scary in itself,
Yeah,
I think.
it is. Like when you run a business, a lot of your life does become the business.
Yeah.
But you have to find something you enjoy outside of that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just gonna...
You have to go home eventually.
Yeah.
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 Well, that's one thing we do go home. A lot of people don't.
True. Yeah.
It's at home.
Because we have somewhere to go and work.
Is this turning into another mental health episode on
It
like
might
topic
be.
1? It's a lot, isn't it? Jesus, everybody take 5 minutes.
No, but you are right. So like before I had the shop and I worked from home, I did find it a lot harder than I find it now.
Yeah.
Because now I can kind of shut the shop door, jobs that need doing, wait till tomorrow.
Yeah.
Whereas when I worked from home, everything was in my bedroom.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's where I worked, it's where I slept, it's where I ate, it's
Yeah.
That's the room that all those things get done. So if I'm in that room, I might as well be working.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I've never had that, you say.
Yeah, because you've always
Oh,
had the
hardly
studio.
ever. Yeah, difficult. But I still get that because with working in a place where other people work, distractions.
Yeah.
And I include myself in that. But
Yeah.
I'd still rather be there than be at home, because at home, more distractions.
Yeah.
Like, I could just have a little nap.
Yeah.
I could just turn my laptop on and watch some films, like
Yeah.
telly, Kitchen Nightmares.
EastEnders.
EastEnders. Kitchen Nightmares, Super Nanny. Just shite. Do you know what I mean? Like, snack all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas if I'm in the studio, I have to go to the shop to buy the snack.
Yeah, so
Can't
it's
be
harder.
asked, lazy.
You could stock up on your way in.
No. I know what would happen.
But yeah, I think just because you enjoy the job that you've made for yourself doesn't mean that you don't deserve time away from it.
No, of course not. And I think this is what I mean by, are we obsessed with productivity? Because I know that I can measure a day on that. And I do the same as you. If someone asks how my day went, I can often say, oh, I got such and such done, I got that done. But not really about how the day was.
Yeah, like how you feel after it, what you had for lunch.
Yeah, but I know I've got friends that work 9 to 5s, and if I go, how was your day? They'll talk about work.
True.
And that'll be completely normal.
Yeah.
But not necessarily about their productivity, just about what happened. Whereas we don't really talk about what happened. We talk about what we got done. Are we self-obsessed? That could be.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Could just come down to that, couldn't it?
I'm the most important thing in the room.
I think you are too.
Thank you. No, but it might genuinely be that. I think it does cloud your judgment because you feel like your business, well, it's the most important thing to you. So you feel like it's the most important thing, full stop.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I know that I've often said sometimes I get in my own head, but I think that's quite common among a lot of business owners.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
In your own head.
Yeah.
I wonder if bosses of actual sort of companies that
Yeah.
other people work for feel like that. Or even just managers.
Maybe. See, I've been a manager and I don't think I felt like this about that. But again, it wasn't my company.
True. If it's not your baby, you don't
No.
give too much of a shit.
And as well, I think, yeah, then literally, but also like there's that thing of they've got staff and they don't have to be there 24/7. Do you know what I mean? Whereas most businesses like ours, you're usually the only person in it.
I bet there's different issues there. I bet they feel more of a trust issue, because I
Yeah.
would if I had staff.
Yeah.
Whereas not feeling that need to be productive themselves.
Yeah.
It's a case of relying on other people
Yeah.
to keep it ticking over
Yeah.
for them.
I'd be really stressed by that.
I would. But that's a whole different
Yeah,
topic.
no, it is. Yeah, yeah. We'll come back to that another time.
We can't, because neither of us have got staff. So.
One day. No. So with that, do you feel that there's a pressure to be better?
Yes.
Yes. Full
Yes.
stop, end of podcast.
No, I think there's very few of us that would say that there's ever somebody putting pressure on them to do better. I would say that a lot of us feel that for ourselves. It's internal. It's completely within. I feel very sorry for somebody that had that pressure coming in externally to be better. But I think to some degree, there's pros and cons to pressure. And we spoke about this a little bit on the burnout episode, which I think was episode 20, but I could be talking on my arse. I think the pro is that that's how you improve.
Yeah.
So, using an example there, I think having that internal voice that goes, okay, how can you make that even better? Or even, okay, that didn't work, now try again.
Yeah.
That's that motivation that keeps you going. I think the cons of that is you get into a mode of holding yourself to unachievable standards. Now, I do this a lot with drawings. So
Yeah.
before I start a drawing, I can have a basic scribbly outline, and I've got a vision in my head of how that's going to look when it's finished. And if it doesn't match that,
Yeah. Devastating.
no, not devastating, certainly disappointing though.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, well, why did I hold myself to that unachievable standard?
Yeah.
Why does it have to look like the photo? That was never the point. Why can't it just look like a good drawing?
Yeah.
So I'm holding myself to these standards. I never wanted to be a photorealism artist.
Yeah.
For people that do that and want to become that, great. But I don't. But for some reason, I hold myself to that standard
Yeah.
of it must look
That's interesting,
like the
isn't
photo. But yeah, so I think the brain's version of what it should look like is very different to what my left hand is actually capable of.
Have you tried with your right?
I should do. I am right-handed. Probably solve a lot of me. That's a joke. I'm not. I think I'm the most left-handed person to ever exist. Like the right hand's dead to me. It might as well not be there.
I think I agree with you about what you said about the pressure coming from internally. But I think even the people that would say that's external pressure, I think when they sat down and actually thought about it, it's not. I think I sometimes I'm like, well, I can't do that because I'd let such and such down, or I need to finish this because so and so is relying on me and things like that. But actually, I've just made that up in my head most of the time.
Have they ever actually said,
No.
vocalise those feelings?
Do you know what I mean?
To you? Yeah.
I think most people that think it's external, it probably isn't.
Yeah, I do feel sorry for, so we don't really have anyone who's financially dependent on us. I'm sure it's very difficult, for example, mums, dads, that maybe do have little people that are financially dependent, not putting pressure on them as such, but there's still the need to provide for them.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's very different in itself, and I'm sure that's a whole other pressure.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've got a dog, but I don't feel that compares.
Oh, poor Smoke.
I know. Sometimes he just has to go hungry. He doesn't.
I was going to say, I will report you right here and now.
But I think also some of that pressure is practical, like you said. Like, it's what pushes you to get better. And when you run your own business, there's always that underlying, like, financial pressure.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I forgot about that.
yeah, even if you take away everything else, that's there, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, there's always that little voice wondering, like, where the next sale's coming from, or the booking, or a paycheck, or, like, where's that going to come from if I'm not working for it?
Yeah, I get what you mean. Like, I know that in one of my shops at the moment, the sales have started to sort of slowly decline. There's an easy fix. I haven't restocked for ages.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but, like, everything now has to stop to do that restock. So, therefore, other things get put behind. Do I feel bad about that, or do I feel good that I'm actually recognising the issue and addressing it?
Yeah.
No, I will just feel bad for that.
Yeah. But yeah, I think in the rare moments where, like, things are looking okay financially, or you know where that next bit of money's coming from, it's important to use that time wisely instead of, like, immediately moving the goalposts and finding something else to stress about.
Yeah, I think we do have a habit of that, immediately moving the goalposts quite a lot.
Yeah.
But again, it's that pressure on yourself. Not pressure as such. I don't know if pressure would be the right word. That willingness to keep improving, to keep doing better.
Yeah.
It must grow.
Yeah.
Rather than it can't just run consistently. A lot of us have this feeling in our heads, right, how do we make this bigger? How do we make it better? When that doesn't necessarily need to be the way.
No.
I think ticking over is okay.
Yeah, I agree. It doesn't have to be big business. It can stay small business if that's what you want. But I think a lot of us go, oh, well, I did that. What's next?
Yeah, I think a lot of people have, like, having moments to look back on.
Yeah.
So, say, I'm going to use New Year as an example. Like to look back and go, what did I do this year?
Yeah.
Do we have to?
No. See, I do like to do that.
I know.
But we don't have to.
No. It's like I'd like to start doing coasters soon, but am I going to rush it? No, it's not a now. It's a would be nice in future.
Yeah.
I can't drop other things to do that.
You've got a restock to do.
I know. I have.
So, should we go back to what you mentioned before, Ellie, about those days where you feel like it's busy but you don't really do anything?
Days when, like, you just don't stop, but, like, you feel like you've achieved.
Nothing's been ticked off.
Yeah. But saying that, it doesn't mean that you're never busy.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I fall into the trap as well, especially with restocking, being in multiple shops now. I feel like sometimes it's going round in circles. But if I wasn't going round in those circles, there'd be no money coming in.
Yeah. It's hard, isn't it? Like,
yeah. You almost feel like you get stuck in a bit of a trap.
Yeah. I have loads of days like that where, like you said before about the restock, like, other stuff's got to go on hold so you can do that. Like, some days things just get in the way, but they've got to be done.
And because it's boring, it's not what you started the business for. It's just a necessity to keep it going. You feel like you haven't stopped, but you haven't really.
You've not done the fun bit.
You don't. Yeah, it's not really like you've achieved anything. Because for me, a really productive day would be drawing loads of new stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's what is going to help the business grow.
Yeah.
But restocking and making sure that that money's coming in for however long that stock lasts is more important financially in terms of actually running a business. That takes priority.
Yeah, it does. But I think, like, some days you can plan the day down to a T. Like, you can plan a whole day of drawing, but then your stockist emails you and says, we've run out of this, and that's your whole day down the pan then.
Yeah, it's not even that, emails can come in, things like that, and
There's been loads of days where I've been like, right, I'm working on this today, and then I've got to work and I've got like 60 unread emails. I've never had 60 unread emails. I have.
How many?
60, I said. But I actually have. I've got like 18,000 or something unread emails.
I've
but
seen your phone. I'm aware of it.
But you know what I mean. Yeah. New emails. Need to reply to emails. Or like the shop will be busy and then all that stuff that I've planned is on the back burner.
Yeah, it's difficult because you've got a much more sort of admin based role than I do.
Yeah. But I think sometimes you have to kind of take a step back and ask yourself honestly, like, am I just wasting time? Am I procrastinating, or am I doing the things that need doing? Do you know what I mean? Like that restock that hypothetically you would need to do. Well, you do need to do, but hypothetically, because you plan a day of drawing, if you were to just carry on drawing and go, I'll put the restock off you need to weigh up what's actually more productive. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it is that, and it would be stupid to put it off.
Yeah.
It'd be bad business, and
Yeah.
that's what comes down to it. Came into it to draw, and there's no doubt of that. Time actually spent drawing, amongst the other things.
0.
Tiny
Yeah.
fraction. Tiny. Is that a reflection of any sort of failure in any way? I don't think so.
No, it's
when I
not.
actually say it to myself, no, it's gone in different directions, and also, why shouldn't there be multiple branches?
Yeah. But
Is that not smart?
Yeah. But the admin shit
Yeah.
is what takes it from a hobby to a business.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And at some point you have to make that sacrifice of, I'm going to lose time being creative because I've now got all this other shit to do.
Yeah, but that happens, but not consciously. It's
No,
not like a sudden
it's kind of
switch.
gradual, isn't
It's
it?
kind
Yeah,
of gradual, and it is. I think it's something that if you do it as a hobby, and lots of people who listen to this podcast are, what I'm sure would consider themselves hobbyists
Yeah.
rather than small biz owners. That happens.
Mm.
It's not a sign of failure. It's
No.
a sign of growth,
Progression,
expansion.
yeah.
But you need to be very aware of the fact that what you went into suddenly becomes a smaller part of it.
Yeah.
There's all the other stuff.
Yeah.
But getting those stuff done is still productive. It's just not what the vision of productivity.
It's just not what you wanted to do.
It's just not the vision of productivity
Yeah.
that you had.
Yeah. It's not what you wanted to be doing.
Yeah.
It's not the fun bit. It's not the dopamine bit. It's the boring stuff.
Yeah.
And therefore it doesn't feel productive. Good.
Yeah. But it is.
It is.
It is.
It is. Right. I'm going to say something now that's going to upset you.
Oh.
Do you want to talk about hustle culture?
Yeah, because it's in the notes. I was worried then that you were going to genuinely upset me. Like, no, not this week. I got
No, thank you.
Right. Again, this is a topic that we have briefly touched on in other episodes, and I'm going to get on my soapbox here because I hate it.
I'll buckle in.
I hate it. I think you can still hate it, but also be influenced by it, even though you don't want to. I think it's quite easy, especially in the age of like social media.
Yeah.
You know, you open your phone and some shit's there that you're watching that you don't want to see, that you haven't asked to see. It's just fucking there.
Yeah.
I think you can still be influenced by it. The reason I hate it is very simple. I think it glorifies overworking, and at the end of the day, overworking, it can be a killer. That sounds dramatic, but I think everybody probably knows someone who's been affected by that, impacted. I live with somebody who's been impacted by overworking, and it's not sustainable. They're promoting a lifestyle that isn't sustainable long term. It's so unhealthy, and I'm not claiming to be sat here going, you know, I'm the picture of how it should be. I'm not.
No.
But I'm conscious not to glorify that.
Yeah.
In the burnout episode, I spoke about doing all-nighters. The reason that's in the burnout episode and not in today's episode is because I don't think it's healthy.
Yeah.
I do it. I'm not glorifying it. I'm not telling the audience to do that.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I mean, we've all done shit like that. We've worked non-stop for 24 hours to hit a deadline or, you know, that kind of shit.
It's not a fucking flex.
It's not. It's something shit that you had to do because you put something off, you stupid bitch. That wasn't a personal attack.
You stared into my soul when you said it. No, but as I get older as well, I'm noticing that that's not healthy for me. You know, being able to pull off an all-nighter and all, you know, when you're 18 is different to trying to pull off an all-nighter when you're, I don't want to say it, nearly 30.
Somewhere in her 20s.
The arse end of it. No, but can I just give an example here as well? Because this exists a lot in corporate jobs, I find. And I found that in my last job. When I started my last job, the training was on Zoom and we were told to introduce ourselves to each other in a breakout room. I know.
Hate that
And
for you.
we had to write down 5 things that we'd learned about the other person to then report back to
This
the
is
training
my
manager.
idea of hell.
Yeah, no, it was mine as well. I think I'm a bit more of a social butterfly than you, and I
Yeah.
found it fucking torture. But imagine my face when the bloke I was paired up with told me his name, told me where he's from, no issues, told me what, I think he told me what his degree was in, I can't remember. I'd have scribbled it down in a notebook somewhere, but the bit that did stay in my fucking brain, I can't even remember this lad's name, but I'd say it if I did. But he told me that he had a tattoo on his he told me he had a tattoo on his back that said grind,
Oh.
which baffled me for so many reasons.
I hate this, but go on.
And it was to remind himself to work hard.
Oh, I hate that.
But at first I was like, why is this a grind on your back? Like, you can see what I'm thinking,
I
can't you?
yeah.
But like, imagine me trying to keep a fucking straight face.
Yeah.
And like, I had so many questions, and this isn't me judging anybody, but I was like, one, how are you reminding yourself if it's on your back?
on your back.
was question number one.
Someone else has to
Get it
remind
on your
him.
fucking wrist,
Yeah.
wouldn't you? Or like your leg or like something, you know what I mean? Somewhere where you can easily read.
Yeah.
And 2, why?
Yeah. What? Yeah.
It's like having a tattoo that says drink water.
Yeah. Not even why, question mark.
Yeah.
Why, full stop.
Yeah. But like somewhere, I almost felt sorry for him in a way, because somewhere at some point in his life, and I
Yeah.
reckon he'd have been about my age, someone's instilled that in him.
Yeah.
Someone who's probably quite toxic
Yeah.
has instilled
Someone
that in
who's
him.
probably the boss of a company.
Probably been influenced by
Yeah.
social media.
Yeah.
Just this idea that you have to work all the time and what to achieve, because at the end of the day, mate, you're doing a day job,
Yeah.
same as me.
Yeah. He wasn't even doing something for himself.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he was on the side, who
Maybe.
knows? But
You think you would have led with that though, not the tattoo.
yeah, you probably, yeah.
He would have.
Good point, yeah. He
You see what I
probably would have
mean?
led with that, wouldn't he? Do you know what? I can't say anything about shit tattoos. I really can't. This isn't me judging, but I think I just sat there and went, ah.
What do you say to that?
Yeah, you
Good
can't.
for you.
Grind.
Yeah. I hope you are working hard.
Well done, mate.
Yeah.
Grind.
I feel like he said it because he wanted you to be impressed.
Why else would you say it?
Yeah.
But I didn't ask, but I really wanted to know why it was on his back so
Yeah.
he could remind himself.
That's so bizarre.
I mean, it's
hate
probably
that.
good that it's on his back because he doesn't have to see it. It's why
Yeah.
mine's on my back. Mine says grind too.
Work hard, Ellie, it says. Oh, I hate that so much.
I know, it's
Oh.
disgusting, isn't it?
Right, I don't want to think about that anymore. But yeah, I do agree. I think hustle culture thing is an issue. And I think for the longest time, it's been glamorized to work constantly.
This is the thing, it's glorifying
Yeah.
it that's the issue.
It is. It's like an attractive trait. It's, do you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. You need to be busy. You need to sacrifice your weekends and your evenings and all that kind of shit.
Not even that, I do find that there's sometimes an undertone of misogyny to a lot
Oh yeah,
of it out there.
absolutely, yeah. But I think it's that, like, if you're not sacrificing all those things, like holidays, Christmas, like, you know, then you feel it makes you feel like you're not working hard enough.
Yeah, it's makes you feel weaker than
Yeah,
them.
yeah. But you shouldn't be working yourself to the point of burnout, because what's the point in building a business or a career that you love if you're too exhausted to enjoy it?
Yeah, it's that, isn't it? And I'm pleased to see, because I've read a couple of articles recently about people calling out certain toxic behaviour. I'm not going to name any names because I don't really want us to be sued. But a certain podcast that is out there that does
Oh, okay.
have a tendency to
Right.
fall into that.
To
And
grind.
yes, and often misinformation
Right.
as
okay.
well, but also not representing the health implications that
Yeah.
that can lead to.
Yeah.
Because
It's dangerous.
no, it's promoting something as if it's sustainable, and it's absolutely not
No, it's
sustainable. I know that wasn't there some, I don't know if it was an influencer or somebody, you know, we all have the same 24 hours in
Yeah.
one day. And, you know, it implies that we're all at the same status,
Yeah.
that economically
Yeah.
we're all equal.
Yeah.
We're not.
But we're not.
Some people are working class.
Yeah.
Some people
But like we said
middle
before,
class.
some people have got staff. Some people have got people that come in and cook their meals for them and clean the house.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? That's a lot of time I'm wasting.
Yeah.
We haven't got the same 24 hours at all.
No.
Like
Who was it who said that? I can't remember. Do we want to say?
I can't
Probably
remember.
not.
It was probably like a Kardashian,
Do you think?
maybe.
I don't want to be sued if it's not.
I'm gonna find out.
You can't. You're on airplane mode.
I can't. I'm on airplane mode. I guess we'll never know.
But yeah, that whole we've all got the same 24 hours in one day. It's
bullshit.
no, it's from a position of arrogance, and I don't think you can't imagine. For me, the issue with that is imagine being so arrogant that you speak for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because when we do
It's
this
fucking
podcast, and we've
bizarre.
been doing it for a long time. We've only ever spoken for ourselves.
Yeah.
And you know what? It might sound a little bit me at times, but we can only speak for
Yeah.
ourselves. We only have the right.
And even
to
like
speak for
very
ourselves.
occasionally we'll be like, I reckon a lot of small business owners feel this way.
Yeah,
But
I
that's an
reckon
assumption.
is the key.
Yeah.
Is the key phrase.
It's an
there.
assumption on our
Yeah.
part. I'm not saying they do, because I don't fucking know.
But if what they're saying is yes, we do all have 24
I mean,
hours in a day.
technically, yes.
Yeah, you're right. But am I going to compare myself to a mum of fucking
No.
5?
No.
No.
She's got way less hours than you.
Yeah. Am I going to compare myself to somebody who's, I don't know, born in a well-off family?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I'm aware that nepotism exists.
Yeah.
You know?
And we don't have it.
No. And also different goals, different ambitions in life. Some people grow up from a young age wanting to be rich, and that's all they care about. They don't care how.
No.
Whereas for us, it was a case of self-expression, or at least I think it was.
Yeah.
It was a case of, I like to draw. How do I make this into a business
Yeah.
so that I feel like I can enjoy something that I do? Because to me, what's the point of having money if you've hated earning it.
That's the thing. If I was just money obsessed, I definitely wouldn't be doing this.
No, we would.
I'd go out and get another, like a normal job.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't be working, again, 24 hours a day for no pay. I'd be, do you know what I mean?
Are you working 24
No.
hours a day?
But you know what I mean? I feel like small business owners put in a lot more hours than you would in a day job because, again, you don't know when to fucking go home or turn off or whatever. Generally speaking, we're earning a lot less money.
Yeah, but just to touch on that as well, I personally don't really have a routine. I get there when I fucking get there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To the studio, at least. To be fair, you will usually work until about 8, 9-ish. But I don't have a set routine because I think that would drag me down as well.
Yeah.
It's not the reason I got into this.
Yeah.
So
I don't want to do the same thing every day.
I don't want to work set hours.
Yeah.
I don't want to set my alarm.
Yeah.
The whole point is, I did it for me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be made to feel ashamed because half the nation are up at 7 a.m. and
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I hate that, yeah. I feel like morning people love telling you that they're morning people.
Oh, don't they fucking just?
Yeah. They look down on us evening folk.
you are a morning folk though now.
I know, and I hate it. I'm knackered all the time. And I'm not. The shop opens at 11.
I know, but it's not near to you, is it?
No.
Why are we talking on the mics like this is going to make the edit?
It might.
Not. I don't want to get too invested in social media on this episode, but I know that we've often spoke about the highs and the lows of social media, and I do think this is one of the main lows. There's a certain culture of people that are engaging with that kind of content, and I think they think small business owners want to see it.
Yeah.
Actually, we don't.
We don't.
No.
We want to see the opposite of that.
No, we want to see this is why we did this though, for it to be real, for it to be
What it actually feels like running a business.
yeah, from an actual person's perspective, not
Yeah.
a corporation, not
Yeah.
somebody speaking on behalf of a corporation, on behalf of an ideology.
Yeah. Oh, that was good.
Thank you.
Loved that.
Again, I don't want to name any names, but unfortunately there is one person really swinging to my brain here. Well, actually, there's a group of people, and I think it's a whole movement, and I think it's quite dangerous.
Yeah.
I think you know what I'm referring to. Technology in itself, everybody's got a voice.
Yeah.
Including us.
Yeah.
But I like to think we're using it for good. Like I say, and the reason I think we are doing it for good is because we are only talking about from ourselves, and also we don't agree on every topic.
No, we don't.
No.
No, we don't. That's true. But I think that's the important thing.
Yeah.
Is, again, it's different perspectives. And I know we say that all the time. But it is that, and that's important.
We've never sat here going, you should do this, you should do
No.
that, and we never would. But a lot of people are, and
Yeah.
I don't think it's healthy.
No, it's not.
Now, with that,
Yeah.
can we talk about a topic that might have to come with a trigger warning?
Uh-oh. Dun, dun, dun. Go on.
I do want to briefly talk about AI.
Okay.
The reason that I thought this would be good in a productivity episode is that some would argue that AI has helped make them more productive.
Yes.
And I'm willing to hear that view.
Okay, so if you're willing to hear that view.
Oh.
So I hate that people are using it for creative things, but I do use it to help me spell check things before I post them or before I get things printed.
Yeah, fair enough.
I feel terrible about doing it, and I know that AI is killing the planet and it's killing creativity and all that kind of stuff. But when you're the only person doing everything,
Yeah.
However, there's that whole thing that artists are like, fuck AI, pay your artists. Don't get AI to come up with creative things for you. Pay an artist to do it. And I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah. No, not everybody can. I know what you mean. I've seen them going around on social media myself about, pay an artist instead. I like to think that's aimed at bigger corporations that can afford to pay people.
Maybe, yeah.
If a small business uses AI, I still think no.
Yeah.
But if it's not a creative business, I do understand why
Yeah.
they'd resort to that.
Yeah, and I think there's a grey area, isn't there? Like you said, the companies that are not hiring artists and using AI are probably the big corporations. I think smaller businesses would think twice about doing that.
Yeah.
But again, they might not have another option. But where do you draw that line? Do you know what I mean?
There's some bits where I get really frustrated. I feel really frustrated when I see AI market posters.
Same. I'm not coming to your event if you post
No,
AI. I'm not.
no. And that's been, but it's no representation either. You might as well just give me a blank page with the fucking details on, because I'm not taking anything
I'd rather you
away
scribble it
from
on a napkin.
Yeah, but things like Canva exist and they are free, and you don't have to be a genius to work it out.
No.
Just show some willing.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it is just laziness.
Yeah.
Now, I am anti-AI, but Jade, what you're describing it for, which is being more productive, I would forgive that.
Yeah.
However, is that encouraging people not to think?
See, Kyle is very anti-AI.
Okay.
And he always says, you need to be careful because it'll make you stupid.
Yeah.
And I do understand that. But I just don't have time to do everything. And I think I am still thinking about things. Maybe it is making me thick, I don't know. But I am still thinking about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Consciously. With the spell checking and stuff, I'm still writing it.
Oh, yeah. Can I tell you something that's going to make you hate me?
Go on.
I use an app called Grammarly.
Okay.
So the reason I'm going to sound like a complete hypocrite, I don't mind saying I got sucked in by a fucking YouTube advert that pulled me in while I was probably watching like a recipe for something that I'll never make. But anyway, it's for helping my CV at first.
Okay.
That was it.
Yeah.
I'd written my CV myself. I'd got my dad to check it over.
So I'm assuming Grammarly checks your grammar, checks your spelling, shit
Yes,
like that. Right,
basically
okay.
like more intelligent spell check, but I have to have those words. It's not going to come up with it
Yeah,
for me,
yeah.
and that's what I like. I'm not very good at spelling, punctuation, and grammar. I type like a talk.
Yeah, you do, yeah.
I was expecting that. I was waiting for that to come then. Lots of run-on sentences. I feel like I can write like 6 pages and have like 2 full stops. And the whole thing.
Yeah.
Stop agreeing so readily.
Oh, I don't know what you mean, Ellie. Our notes make perfect sense.
But it doesn't stop it. It doesn't change what I'm saying or try to give me like unwarranted fucking suggestions. Like I've tried ChatGPT before, and what I didn't like was that I felt like it was giving me unwarranted advice.
Yeah, yes, it does.
Could you not get that somewhere else though?
Grammarly, I guess. But I'd never heard of Grammarly till today.
Oh, would you not?
No.
Have you not had any shitty YouTube adverts? Or
I don't
nothing
really
like
watch
that?
YouTube.
Oh, okay. It doesn't change what I'm saying or try to give me like the like I say the unsolicited advice. I do believe in the power of using like an online thesaurus.
That's cute, yeah.
Don't say that's cute.
That is cute. I'd never...
I don't have like a thesaurus in my bag or nothing like that.
Let me see.
No, I don't. And I also do believe in the power of just having a good think.
Yeah. I agree. And I also believe in the power of like community. So before I would ever think of going to ChatGPT with like an illustration that I'd drawn and been like, how can I make this better? I'd come to you.
Oh Christ, I would hope
Do you know what I mean?
never do
I would
that.
never do that.
I've seen some of the images that AI come up
Oh,
with. And
absolute
they are
garbage,
shite.
yeah.
So this is what I mean. Is it even good? Are we
No.
putting all our eggs into a basket that isn't even
I don't know.
good?
I think potentially in the future, it could be used for good.
Okay, yeah.
I
No,
think-
I'm willing to hear that, yeah.
But also, how far have we got to get to for it to get to that stage?
Well, we don't know, and I think
That's the
it's
thing.
like the fear of the unknown
And
there,
it could
isn't it?
completely go the other way. It could be the end of the fucking world.
Yeah. We did briefly touch on AI in the social media episode again, actually, with Laura from Sun and Sky.
Yeah.
Now, she made a really good point
Yeah.
that changed my mind, actually, because she is a teacher
Yeah.
alongside her small biz. And she was talking about how beneficial it is for her dyslexic
Yeah.
students.
Yeah.
So I understand it. And again, do you know what? When I think about it, that Grammarly, I'm using it less and less now because I'm learning.
'Cause you're learning,
I'm
yeah.
learning. I'm using hyphens more than I ever thought I would, ever. But anything to like break up a sentence, because I'm
Yeah.
not very good at knowing how to break up a sentence, but
Yeah.
it's teaching me.
Yeah.
So I'm actually finding writing captions, writing information
Yeah.
a lot easier
That's good.
because I feel like I am learning from it.
Yeah. Like, it is, I would say it is toxic because it's almost like it's a person and you've got to consistently remind yourself that it's not somebody sitting at the other end of the computer typing back to you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there've been storylines on shows and stuff where, like, it's like the kid's best friend because they've got no mates and, you know, stuff like that. No, I know. And obviously, things like that, like, that is, it's nice that they're getting that from somewhere, but also is that terrifying?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You do need to...
Well, children full stop, you know.
Yeah.
One thing that worries me is I know it's a robot. Is it learning things about you? I don't want to sound
Yeah.
fucking
No, it
tinfoil
is.
hat brigade
No, it
or
is.
nothing like that, but...
So Kyle was telling me, Kyle knows a lot more about it than me because he fucking hates it.
Okay.
But everything that it's, like, has is learnt from humans, obviously, because where else does that information come from? But, like, when people are using it to, like, write a story, for example, it's just stealing things off other people's stories because it hasn't got original thoughts.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you're using it to, like...
When you're using it, you're training it.
Essentially, yeah, which is scary. Because essentially that AI has got the knowledge of everyone in the world if everyone in the world uses it.
Ew.
Yeah, it's scary. It is scary.
But like I say, I will use the Grammarly app for spell checking. It saves me time, but more importantly is I find it hard to write for myself. If I'm talking for somebody else, so for example, if I'm doing social media for Hazelhurst, if I'm doing social media for Really Fucking Trying, I find it easy. I'll still run it through a spell checker, but it's
Yeah.
not changing a thing that I'm saying.
Yeah.
But if it's for me, I will slave over a caption.
Yeah.
So for me, writing a caption, I'm really fucking trying. Piece of piss.
Yeah.
Unless I've got some loads to say, which is rare.
Yeah.
And I'm talking for us as well, which I think I find easier as well, because I'll
Yeah.
send them over to you most of the time,
Yeah.
won't I? It's easier to talk as us than it is about me. I know that I would slave away over a caption for no reason,
Yeah.
for hours.
Because you're in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not productivity.
No, it's not. It's the opposite.
Yeah, bringing it back to the theme.
Yeah. But I think maybe that's what people are using ChatGPT for, is they haven't got that other person in the business with them like we've got with the podcast.
A loneliness thing.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm speaking from no context.
I don't know
whatsoever.
too much about it, to be honest, to say. I
But
wouldn't.
having that, like, I'm with you. I find, like, doing things for the podcast easier because you're there.
Yeah.
I find doing things for Green Jam easier because my mum's there.
Okay.
But doing things for my own business, I find much harder.
Yeah.
Because although I have got people to bounce ideas off, they're not in that business with me.
No.
Whereas I guess having ChatGPT, you might feel like, because that robot is essentially making you think they're as invested as you are.
Oh, God.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is terrifying.
It is. But I do think it can be used usefully. It can be used for good. I just think it's not going to be.
Oh, this is bleak.
It is.
I had a feeling it'd be bleak. Do you know what, though? I'd like to hear more about it. I think I'd like to know more.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would terrify me. And obviously, Kyle, you say, is very anti-AI brigade. I hope you don't mind me saying this, but I believe that Kyle is ever so slightly tinfoil hat brigade, same as me.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we could both switch from intrigue to existential crisis quite quick.
Absolutely.
We've done it before with each other when we've had our little chats.
I don't like you two spending too much time together.
Oh no.
I think you might start a cult
for that. As long as that's all we'll start, I think you're all right. You can't come in our cult.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought so.
But do you know what? I am open to it. I'm open to a discussion. But with that, I would like to do a full episode on this at some point. However, how are we going to get a guest for that?
We're not.
We're going to get chat.
That'd be interesting.
No.
That would be an
Don't look at
interesting
me like
angle.
that. She's got a look in her eye. Like she's going to go home and write seven pages worth of notes.
I'm not. I'm going to ask chat too.
No. Absolutely not, Jade.
Okay.
But, you know, what's the option for that? Doing an episode where we get a fucking AI artist? Can
Yeah.
you even call them that on the
No.
fucking couch? I'm not sharing a couch with them.
No.
And also, like, you're saying, like, I don't want to get too fixated on
Yeah.
this. You're saying you go to it for advice. Not advice. Are you saying that?
No.
Oh, I thought you said with Jade Mute Dog Business, you'll run things
No,
by
I'm
it.
saying, like, potentially I can see how that would happen.
Okay.
From a
But-
business you're running by yourself.
The difficulty that I have with people, like, asking AI for advice is we've all seen the images it churns out.
Garbage.
Absolute fucking shite. Who's to say it's got good advice?
Yeah. But again, if it's learning off people, the only advice it has is advice it's heard from someone else.
Oh,
It
God.
hasn't, it's not, it's
So where
not,
are those images coming from?
I don't know. I don't get it. But I think that's why you see, like, an image that it's made and it's got, like, 3 arms, and because it's just piecing together other things. Do you know what I mean?
Do you remember when I was editing a cover photo for one of our reels?
Yes, I do, yeah.
And I'd accidentally pressed an AI button
Yeah.
on my face. So I can't. What was the instance? Was there something? Did I have a bit of hair in my face?
I think there was something behind you on the wall
Yes.
that you needed gone.
No, I can tell you what it was now. So Jade used to bring a flower cushion
Yeah, it was that.
to every recording, and she used to put it behind my head for some reason. So when we'd record reels, I looked like I had this weird flower crown going on behind me. And I tried to try and get rid of the flower cushion, and it replaced my face with what I can only describe as Elton John.
I wonder. I wonder if we've still got the image.
Like if
somewhere.
Elton John was in Red Dwarf.
Yeah,
It was that vibe,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
it was. Yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't Ellie. It wasn't Ellie minus flower cushion.
I was offended.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It doesn't know what it's doing because it doesn't have the
So
capability.
why are we getting so dependent on it? And also,
Yeah.
if it's that bad, why are we worried that it's going to take over the world?
So I'll answer the first question first. Why we're so dependent on
I've
it.
got so many
You have.
questions.
You have. You're stressing me out. So your first question was why we're so dependent on it. I think because it's easy. It's the easy route, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the easy route of I need to make artwork. Type it into ChatGPT. I need to write a story. Type it in. But
Fuck.
I do think it is making you thicker because if you
Just me.
no, if you're using it for things like that,
Yeah.
What is you anymore? What bit of it is you? None of it.
Well,
The prompt you've put in.
what's the point of creativity? The whole point is, if you're an author, you've got a talent. Well, not
Yeah.
a talent. You've got something that you've practiced, a
Yeah.
skill that you've perfected. Not everybody can do that.
No.
Not everybody should be able to do that.
Anybody can type it into ChatGPT.
Oh. I feel like I've just spent the last 5 minutes going,
Oh, I hate this. No, but it's true. Anybody can do that. So none of us are any different. It's essentially leveling the playing field. But
a playing field that doesn't need to be
it doesn't need to be leveled because we've all got our own skills and talents. And that's the joy of
And we've used it to
life.
train a robot.
Literally, yeah. It's so bizarre. Right, I think we need to talk about something else other than AI.
I often Google things.
I every single time I write the word definitely I have to Google how to spell it first.
Yeah, it's hard, that
It's a
one.
tricky one,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's a tricky
Yeah.
word. I'll give you that one.
Thank you.
Definitely hard.
But most of the time, like that, like if there's a word that I know I struggle with, I will spell check it, like Google it before I type it.
Do you know what my word is that I just cannot spell ever? Tomorrow.
Oh, that's not a tricky one.
What?
I don't feel.
Oh,
Not
all right.
particularly tricky.
Moving on.
I've got that tattooed on me.
Why? On your back?
On my neck.
To remind
on
yourself.
the back of my neck, yeah. To remind me tomorrow. Work hard. Maybe you should get it tattooed on you and you'll never forget how to spell it. You'll probably spell tattoo wrong. What do you struggle with?
No. Going back. Why have you got a tattoo that says tomorrow? Like Annie.
No. I got
I
it.
love you.
I got it. So I went through a phase when I was like early 20s of getting like white girl tattoos. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. Like, the only thing I can think to say is like live, laugh, love, but obviously I didn't get that tattooed on me. But those type of, like, the birds on my arm, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like white girl tattoos.
Yeah. Okay.
So the tomorrow on my neck has got an arrow, like a bow and arrow to remind me that the arrow is because sometimes you have to go backwards to go forwards, like an arrow.
What? Oh yeah.
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 And the tomorrow is to remind me that no matter how bad today was, there's always tomorrow.
Are you genuinely getting emotional?
No! I am.
What is this episode? What's
I'm
it
emotional
become?
that you've made me say this out loud.
I'm sorry.
It's also got, I think, to be fair, I haven't seen it in a long time, but I think it's got 3 dots underneath, like ... like tomorrow ... You know what I mean?
Is it spelled right?
Who fucking knows? We'll have a look later.
Right. No, we need to move on.
That was the final straw.
AI, good, bad, who knows? Probably bad.
No.
Right, moving on.
Write into us though. Tell us
No,
what you think.
oh, I don't think I want to wear it, Jade. If we do that, you're having the inbox.
Okay, don't write into us, please. I hate when I'm in charge of the inbox. It happens very rarely, but I hate
I know,
it.
when's it happened recently?
Like it's happened twice in our whole lives, I feel. Yeah, but yeah, don't write into us. Thank
Don't
you.
write into us because I hate having the inbox.
It's not my turn. It definitely is. Right, let's move on from AI. Instagram, social media, whatever you use. How'd you get away from that, like at home?
Oh, I think that's becoming a really tricky one. I have my own methods. I absolutely live on do not disturb
You
mode.
love nighttime mode.
I do.
You love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard because, like, I think I've got the old style view of a phone.
You do. But
Like-
you're very old soul, I feel.
Yeah, it's like, it's there for emergencies.
I think you'd
It's-
happily have just a landline.
It,
You would? If I'm not in, you're not speaking to me.
no. Do you know what, though? I send messages like any, normal person. I'm not, unapproachable kind
Yeah.
of thing. And I don't want to sort of shroud myself in any sort of mystery in any way.
But you do it in your own time.
Oh, yeah, it is
Yeah.
in my own time.
Yeah.
I don't feel, unless something's like urgent, now
Yeah.
you need to contact me. I'm not,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
I only really want a phone to ring my dad if something goes
Oh,
tits up.
you're
That's the
cute.
real reason I want a phone.
Yeah.
And the irony is, when I was a kid, it was so late to get a phone. I think I was like
Really?
15, 16.
Maybe that's why you're not as dependent on it.
Maybe.
Because I would think, obviously, you're a few years younger than me, but maybe when phones, like when you were probably old enough to get a phone, there was already more to do on a phone than there was when I would have got a phone.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
I think there was, to be fair, but even then I sort of missed that whole era.
Yeah.
Not interested,
Yeah.
to be honest. I'd rather be in a room talking to somebody.
Yeah, and now that's all we get to do all the time. That's why we do a podcast.
Oh yeah, I didn't
Cute,
even think
right?
of it like that. No, but I prefer talking to somebody face to face than I ever
Yeah.
would over
Yeah.
the message or anything like that. I do feel more like this more recently. I don't know
Okay.
why, but also the last job I had, which I'm not in anymore, was ran on WhatsApp.
I hate that for you.
Because even when you weren't in, your phone's still pinging,
Yeah.
pinging. And fair enough, like most apps do have a thing now where you can just
Yeah.
mute it, archive it, but I still look, and I hate
Yeah.
myself for still looking.
I think in like a perfect world, I would very much like to have like a work phone and a normal phone.
Yeah, okay,
Do you know what I mean?
makes sense. Yeah,
But it is hard to switch. It's hard to switch off from
it's
it.
hard knowing that
'cause
there's
it's just
something
there.
waiting for you.
Yeah. But like for example, earlier today,
Uh,
you got an email about a commission.
yes.
You were like, "Oh, I'll email them back tomorrow." Where if that was me, I would have been like, "Shut up, Ellie. I need to do this right now."
Would you?
Yeah.
Oh no, but you've got a lot more on your plate than I do. Like I say, your job is much more admin heavy than
I
mine
guess.
is.
Yeah, I guess. But shouldn't I be more like you then, if that's the case? Because if my job's admin heavy and I'm very much do all the admin as soon as it comes in, that's chaos.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
So I am stressed.
probably.
Interesting. Therapy.
Do you? Not again. Went so well the first time. Oh, that was bitchy.
I did my best. I failed therapy, all
All I
right.
can ask for.
Thank
of
you.
I don't think you failed therapy. I think that was just a really
Therapy
bad
failed
pairing.
me.
I think both sides needed to be. She needed to be a bit less shit, and you needed to be a bit more honest. Neither happened.
No. And here we are. We're fine. We all lived. I don't know what she's up to.
You actually
so.
seem better now that you're out of therapy.
Yeah, I am. Therapy was not a good move for me.
Yeah, you did. I do keep having feelings like, can I don't know if this is healthy.
Go on.
Can I just like burn my phone? Like, like sometimes I think if it was a switch to a little Nokia or a Motorola, would I be happy?
I think you would. I genuinely think you would.
But I love a tangent too. I love Googling random
This is
shit.
true.
Like, it's a world of knowledge out there, and I do appreciate the benefits of it in that way. I can learn things that I wouldn't be able to know anywhere else. What am I supposed to do? Go to a library, get a book? I
Yes.
could.
You
but
could. You won't, but you could.
I won't, but I
I
could.
think you're a bit of a rare breed, if you don't mind me saying, because I think you're one of the very few people that appreciates that knowledge is there.
Okay.
I think a lot of people are just social media.
Yeah.
And you actually want to learn things. Like before, you were asking me about where I've been on holiday, and I said Fuerteventura, and you said, don't know where that is. Most people, that would have been the end of the conversation. You were like, let me go and find out. And that was like a 10-minute tangent for no reason. Do you know what I mean?
I know where it is now,
Yeah,
though.
exactly.
It's Spanish, but it's near Africa.
Yeah. And now you know.
Yeah.
But anyone else that I would have said that to would have gone, oh yeah, I don't know about that.
Do you imagine being so arrogant, though, that you don't want to expand that knowledge? Do you know what? I think there should be an option to go back to school later in life, because I
yeah.
think I'd have fucking loved school now.
Yeah, same.
We are so off topic.
We are, yeah. So I'm okay with it.
No, but do you know what? I can relate that back to productivity.
Yeah.
I the older I get, the more I want to learn.
Yeah.
It's out there to learn. Why
Yeah.
would you not want to?
Yeah.
There's things that are so interesting.
Yeah.
Science is so interesting. I got a G in my science. I don't even know what a G is in fucking
No.
GCSE.
I don't think it's good.
It's
though.
not a GCSE.
Doesn't stand
though.
for good, no. Good try, maybe.
And like to the point where I thought, should I have even showed up? Like, is that
Yeah.
remarkable? But I switched off with science because I didn't get it on day one, and
Yeah.
therefore it was not possible to learn.
But
so I
you were a
completely
kid.
switched off. I think in year 11 I'd even stopped showing up to lessons, to be
Really?
honest. Whereas now I think I get so much more
Yeah.
out of it.
Absolutely.
But I can relate that back to other part of my businesses as well, because I'm very much at the mentality now that I think knowledge is power.
I agree. You're very powerful.
I'm not though, because there's so much more to learn. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
if I could have that in my own business, where that own curiosity gets the better of me all the time,
Yeah.
is that it's exhausting. I won't lie.
No,
It
yeah,
is
I
exhausting.
imagine.
I mean, you've seen me on tangents and, you know, careful. It can be exhausting, and that's a whole other episode. But I think people have to be willing to learn.
Yeah.
Have to be open to that, because that makes you better.
Yeah. No, it does. And that's the only way your business is going to get better, and you're going to get better in whatever else you want to do, is by learning more things,
Yeah.
more knowledge.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just stay still.
To start a business, did you not have to go out and research things?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know what? We did it without ChatGPT. But back to what I actually asked. I find it very hard not to check my social media at home. Again, it's helped me having the shop because I've got more work hours. But I think your phone's just always there. It's in your hand. It's next to you.
Oh, it's hard. It is hard.
I've been actively trying harder. This won't be applicable to you, but I've been actively trying harder to use my personal social media more.
Oh, okay.
Because even not necessarily even posting on it, but just like the algorithm's different.
Yeah.
I follow different people. I follow people that I actually know in person and stuff like that. And I think that's helping a little bit because it's not as business focused. It's not as, oh shit, I should be doing that because they're doing that or they're posting this. I should be posting, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So I found that's helped. But I don't think there's really an escape from it unless you're going to not have social media, not have a phone.
It's a good point, actually, because yes, social media is a business tool and therefore, links back to productivity. That's how you promote yourself. But I do not have personal social medias.
Yeah.
Just for the reason that I'm not really interested.
You're not very sociable.
No, it's like, do you know what though? Like, say I take a nice picture with my friends. I've got that.
Yeah.
Why do I think anybody else wants to see that?
Yeah.
I don't.
That's fair. See, I think people do.
I know I'm massively in the minority there. It's like sometimes I follow the odd personal account here and there. I'm like, yeah, great. That's what you had for tea.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay, yeah.
I want to see a picture of your dog and that's about it.
Yeah.
Not asked about your holiday pictures.
Well. It's all coming out now.
No, but maybe if I did have a personal, maybe I would give more of a shit. I don't know. But what I will do, because I do have the same problem, I'll go on my Instagram at home and doom scroll. But I am trying to train it so that it's less business and more things that I actually want to see. But is that mixing personal life with... That's a weird thing when you say it like that, isn't it? So I'll purposely like videos that I know I want to see more of. So, for example, cake decorating. Love them.
That guy who plays the music with the duck things.
That man who plays the music with the duck things, Misheard lyrics, love them.
Love that.
What else? Political satire, love that. As long as it's left wing, obviously not fucking right wing. I'm not interested in the slightest. But things like that, and I'll try and purposely like more things to train the algorithm to show me things that I want to see.
Yeah, that's good.
And to be honest, if I see something that I absolutely hate, I report it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Like what? Give me an example.
Like I say, hustle culture. Because we're a podcast page, we often get other podcasts that I think they think we'd like.
Yeah.
But we
do not.
No.
Oh, I love that. Oh, you're a good girl.
Thank you. But yeah, I think when I think about it like that, maybe it is mixing personal life with business a little bit too much, and maybe that does, because I'm not seeing business things that I might be inspired by so much. Is that making social media harder? Probably.
Maybe. But then if you were training it the other way and you only wanted to see business things, is then it too overwhelming?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's
the middle
I don't
ground?
think there's a win, really.
But I personally, for my own productivity levels, social media doesn't come into it at all.
Yeah.
I'm not one of these, I don't feel the need to post.
Yeah.
I actually don't. Lots of people will think, what the fuck, get a grip. But I just don't enjoy it.
Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah, it's not... if I had something vital to say, like, don't get me wrong, if I'm at a market, I'm not going to not post that I'm at a market. Do you know what I mean? Because I get where the level is between bad business and, just not posting.
Yeah. But I think when social media had an age of, like, we just post about what we were doing and that was fine. Yeah. Like... posting, I'm at a market today, or I've made this today, that kind of thing. I've got a new product out. And then all of a sudden we went to like making content.
Yes.
And we're filming like behind the scenes. And before we do anything, we've got to set the camera up. And I think that's where social media became exhausting.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, there
was a line, wasn't there, probably about 4 or 5 years ago, something like that.
And now like content creator is a job and things like that. And that's fine. You do you. But for me, it's knackering.
Yeah.
And I am trying to do more of it. But at the same time, I feel like I don't want to go out my way to do those things.
I think a big problem with that is how repetitive it's becoming.
Yeah.
Because people talk about these trends. If I've seen one reel and I think it's dead funny and I like it, I might even comment.
And then you see someone else done the same thing.
Over and over and over and over again.
It's boring.
I'm not laughing 70 times over at different versions of the same thing.
Yeah.
Or not even not laughing, I'm not impressed. I don't want to, I don't want to see it.
But I guess if... X, Y, and Z all made the same reel. Let's say that X, Y, and Z are 3 separate people. Yeah. They all made the same reel based on... It's the same reel, but their business.
Yeah.
Someone's seeing each one of them first, surely. So
yes.
X is going to be the first one someone sees. Y is going to be the first one someone else sees. So at some point, they're going to get a laugh. because they're going to be the first one that
Yeah.
you see.
I get
Do you know
why
what I mean?
people do it though, and I think again this does link back to productivity. People haven't got time to think of original ideas, so to copy something that's trending. But
And also, there's not that many original ideas out there anymore.
oh god, this is a whole new argument.
But do you know what I mean? Everything's kind of been done in one way or another.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I feel like you might disagree.
Well, I've become, I will say lazy with social media in the past 2 years or so. But before that, what I used to do was I'd do a video of me drawing, I'd set the camera up, keep it going, but I'd voice over it. So
Yeah.
they're still getting my original thoughts.
Yeah, I like
They're-
that.
It's fucking nonsense. But it worked.
Yeah. It's a good
Nothing went
idea.
viral, and I wouldn't want it to go
Yeah.
viral. That's another thing. I don't.
But I think
I
for
don't want to go
a
viral.
lot of businesses, that's the aim now. Do you know what I mean? It's like a flex, isn't it?
Is it
Like-
though?
Well, I don't know.
Because we've had so many guests on here
True.
that have actually gone viral, and we've
And-
heard very mixed
yeah,
things.
we have. Yeah,
Very mixed.
yeah. It's not.
It's not a long-term business strategy
No,
going viral.
it's not. It's at most like a quick upturn in sales, maybe.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
a quick boost.
Yeah.
But that's not a strategy.
No.
It's not something you can rely upon either. For me, I care more about my Instagram actually being a good reflection of what I do and
Yeah.
who I am. Not really even who I am, because I don't want my face on every
Yeah.
image. I don't. I'd rather it not, but I know that I get more likes when
Yeah,
I am.
you
I
have
don't
to
get
do that,
it.
yeah.
My little chipmunk face smiling away in the
Aw.
background. No.
You cutie.
But in terms of productivity, it's a case of I'd rather be in the moment.
Yeah, no, I agree. I wanna enjoy what I'm doing. I started the business because I like drawing. I like illustrating. But now I've got to set my camera up before I get started. I don't want to do that. I want to just do it because I like doing it.
Yeah, and it can be fun. Sometimes you can have really new,
Yeah.
original social media
Yeah.
ideas where you think, oh, that'd be boss. For the podcast, occasionally we'll do the odd carousel post that is
Yeah.
usually quite text heavy.
Yeah.
I don't mind putting them together.
Yeah.
It's fine. I know they get the best engagement, but I think the reason they get the best engagement is because it's yours and my thoughts combined.
Yeah.
There's no trend there. We're just doing it.
Yeah.
And we're not claiming to be experts. We're not claiming to
No.
give tips. It's so authentically what you and me have said.
Yeah, it is. And that's what it will always be. I don't want to be anything other than that.
Yeah.
But that goes for my other businesses as well.
Yeah.
Not just the podcast.
But to me, that's more productive than us spending time going, we must do this,
Yeah.
Jade, or we must do that
Yeah.
trend, or
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. But I agree, like that thing I said before where sometimes I haven't got time to sit and scroll through Instagram to find them out.
Do you want the trends though?
Maybe not. But I think sometimes that is the best way to grow. It's the quickest, maybe the easiest way to grow. I don't know. I'm still at the point with all of my businesses where I'm just like throw everything at the wall, see what sticks.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So I will try the trends.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to wholeheartedly invest all my time and energy into trying the trends, which I think is the problem, like, with the productivity of it. Because how much time can you possibly waste scrolling through Instagram looking for stuff to post?
Yeah.
There's a point where thinking about something becomes daydreaming. Planning becomes putting things off. Research becomes doom scrolling.
Yeah. See, like I say, I've got mixed feelings on it because I'm a big thinker, but I also think again that is to a disadvantage and an advantage. The advantage is I like learning.
Yeah.
People either find it cute or irritating.
I think
Depends
it's
where it
really
lands.
cute.
But I've got mixed feelings about that. So we're talking about whether sort of thinking time counts as productivity.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is where I've got mixed feelings. There's that thirst for knowledge, which I think is a good thing. However, one thought can become 700 thoughts.
Yeah.
And most of them are unnecessary tangents, and I'm aware of that. Like Fortaventura, we were doing something. We were planning
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
But I suddenly had 10 minutes to look at maps.
And I said, Ellie, we don't really have time for this. And you said, don't we? As you unlocked your phone.
I can't even argue. That is exactly how it went down. But and I can't possibly think what the hidden reason why this might be.
Please get an ADHD diagnosis.
Please learn how to fucking say it.
I don't need to. I don't have it.
But do you know what though? On the other hand, I don't mind saying lately that I've made some very questionable decisions
Okay.
based on not sitting down and thinking.
Yeah.
enough.
Okay. Yeah. Fair.
Don't nod your head. We both know,
No.
and we're not going to talk about it.
Okay.
And it's because I haven't sat down and thought it through enough.
Yeah.
Now, I think again that links back to pressure. There's fucking 20 things on my to-do list, and I haven't got time to sit down and think about one decision for 3 hours. I haven't. I'd love to have that time, but some weeks there just isn't.
Yeah.
So what am I supposed to do? And it's like I say, I am a big thinker. I like to think, okay, what are the consequences if I do this?
Pros and cons.
Pros and
Yeah.
cons. Yeah, weigh up you know, the circumstances, whatever. I am a thinker. For the most part, I do think it's very good to be reflective on things. So I think it's important to take time after the event and think.
Yeah.
So, for example, if you've done a market, doesn't matter if it's good, bad, whatever, meh, you know, it really doesn't matter. I think it is important to take time and sit down and go, okay, what did I do well?
Yeah.
What could I do better? Is there anything I could change? Is there something that was a huge success so that I can resist the urge to try and fix something that isn't broken?
Yeah.
Write that down if I need to, so it's easier for next time. It gives a clearer head going forward. Even as simple as, why is that drawing that I've just done fucked? Because I spilled coffee on it. Okay, no drinks near the table.
How can I stop that in the future?
Yeah, you know, I think I'm making it sound like it's stating the obvious.
No, but
sometimes.
that's the only way you learn.
It is.
You need to reflect on things. You need to look back and go, okay, what worked, what didn't work.
That's how you do better.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Right.
do you know what? Yeah, that is pressure. But I if you do something, I think do it consciously.
Yeah.
Because we do a lot of things just based on what feels right, rather than actually.
Vibes.
You're the queen of that, by the way. Yeah, doing something because it feels right, rather than actually sitting down and thinking, no, is that the right decision?
Yeah. However,
Ooh.
I do think sometimes you do just know. You've got to trust your gut with things.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
But, however...
But when you're stressed, does that gut feeling go to shit? Because it does for mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds disgusting.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, when I'm stressed,
Yeah.
when there's a heavy workload, I'm less likely to trust my gut instinct.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you.
I don't trust it. I'm in a state of stress.
Yeah, you're in panic mode and
Yes.
your gut's going, just do whatever's easiest to get you out of this situation.
Yes.
And actually, that's probably the wrong decision.
Yeah, panic mode, really, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's fair. But, like, for example, when I got green jam,
Yes.
that was a gut feeling. I just said yeah.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I
You
bloody
liar. You slid into my messages. LA. So, this has happened.
Is that my voice? I'm personally offended.
I mean, your voice is my voice, so
Yeah, fair.
I don't know why.
But no, I planned it out a little bit. I thought, right, what's the absolute worst case scenario? What's the best case scenario?
Yeah.
But there wasn't time to go through all the pros and cons and
No.
everything that might happen. I had to just go, fuck, yeah, okay.
Yeah, fair enough. I did that with joining Hazelhurst.
Yeah.
There was not time to sit and think about it. It was either a
Sometimes
yes or a no.
it's not even like a trust in your gut thing. It's a like, I think this might work. I might just have to try it.
Yeah.
Suck it and see kind of situation.
Oh, what?
You never heard that before?
No.
Oh, okay.
Say it again.
Suck it and see.
Hate that.
I don't know where it comes from. I hope.
No, but do you know what I mean? Though? I get what you mean with sometimes it just feels right. But I do. We're linking this back to productivity and whether thinking time sort of counts as productivity. You go off a vibe, and I always think it's fair enough to do that pros and cons list though, even though you might not have much time.
Yeah.
I do get going off an instinct, but sometimes when I'm faced with a decision and I think my vibe is to go for it, I still do think, what's the worst thing that can happen?
Yeah, I get that.
It's important to ask
Yeah.
yourself that, especially where there's money involved, which there often
Yeah.
is with small business.
Yeah, absolutely. I think as well, that thing you mentioned before about like, why is that ruined? It's because I spilled coffee on it. Taking the time to reflect, that thinking time is productive in the long run.
Yes.
Because that time you've just spent wasted doing that portrait that you've ruined.
Yeah.
You've saved yourself that time again by not ruining the next one.
Yeah.
Just by thinking about it.
Yeah.
If you spend 2 hours working on a portrait that's ruined, but you've spent 10 minutes thinking about not ruining the next one, you've
I don't
saved
think
yourself.
it would take 10
No,
minutes to say don't
probably
spill your
not.
coffee on
But
you.
do you know what I mean? You've saved yourself 2 hours in the long run.
Yeah. I think it's stupid. No, I don't think it's stupid. I think it's normal to make mistakes. I think it's stupid to not learn from them.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's almost arrogant. It's
Yeah, it's an arrogance to it, yeah.
It's I don't need to learn from that because whatever I do is good,
Yeah.
and that's not necessarily the case.
Yeah.
Glad we cleared that up.
Thank you.
So, thinking time, I think, yes, does count as productivity.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Do you think unproductive time helps you in the long run be more productive?
I think this links back to hustle culture because, asking if the unproductive times actually help. You can't do something 24/7. It's impossible. Everybody sleeps or you die.
Yeah, fair.
But if you're constantly on the go, how do you know you're ever actually achieving things? Because that then becomes your default.
That's your normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fair question. Yeah. It's almost unachievable, isn't it?
Yeah.
To do anything better
Well, it's
than
certainly
that.
unsustainable, which,
Yeah.
like I say, is
Yeah.
why I've got such a problem with hustle culture.
But I think it's important, and I do know that I'm terrible for it, but I do think I'm getting better. But for me, it's like a guilt thing. So, like,
Yeah.
if I take a day off or, like, spend time doing a hobby or whatever, I feel like tremendously guilty about it. Like, that time could have been spent on my business.
Yeah.
But I think the bottom line is, like, you need time away from it, or you're going to end up resenting it. You're going to get burnt out and you're going to feel angry towards it. Do you know what I mean?
Someone said this to me once and I just thought it was such a good analogy. Your dream for years and years and years of your life can be to run a small business, to do what you do full time. But your dream can also be to go to Disneyland. It doesn't mean that you want to go to Disneyland fucking
Every day.
every day.
I don't want to live there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I think you kind of, I don't know if you feel like this, but I feel like I've got to be grateful for being able to do this as a job. So I feel like you can't, it almost feels ungrateful to say, actually, I need a day away from that.
I know what you mean.
Do you get me?
I get the guilt. I 100% get the guilt. Actually, I do want to talk about that because I really do struggle with being at home. One, because there's not a whole lot there for me, to be honest.
Okay.
Don't really have anything that I can do at home. It's not that I don't have hobbies as such. I don't deal with boredom very well. The day feels very long when I stay at home. I'm just there to wind down. That's it. That's all I'm interested in doing. So, you know, I might get my laptop up and watch something on my laptop, but I probably eat lots of snacks. But, I'm not doing anything, but I suppose isn't that the fucking point of a day off?
But for you, that's your place to do nothing.
Yeah. There's nothing really much there for me. Do you know what I mean? But I would also argue that time that you enjoy wasting isn't wasted. Even though I'm sat at home bored, you know, someone could come up to me and go, get dressed, go to work then. No.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
If you're enjoying being bored.
It's call it a rot day because it is literally a rot day. I don't want to do anything. I'd rather not think about anything. I don't really want anybody to talk to me.
Yeah. No fair.
I still feel the guilt, even though we all need those days.
Yeah.
And I think that is where not having the structure comes into it.
Yeah.
So people who work fucking 40 hours a week for somebody else, I'm sure do have a rot day, but feel far more like they've earned it.
They deserve it, yeah. I think the problem is we can essentially take a rot day any day we want. And that's when I think you feel guilty for it. So even if, like, say I needed one tomorrow, I really felt burnt out and I was like, you know what, I need a day just doing nothing.
Yeah.
If I still felt like that the next day, I'd feel like I can't take another one.
Yes.
Even though my body and my brain is telling me you need that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't dare take another one.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you think those social construct comes into it a lot?
Absolutely.
Because I do.
Yeah.
I just completely stole a John Lennon quote there, by the way. When I said the time you enjoyed wasting wasn't
I loved that.
Not me, John Lennon. It's not the first time I've said that. I think I'm getting better at zooming out and looking at the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is, if I've spent a couple of days at home doing fuck all, it doesn't matter if it's a day, a week, it doesn't matter. In the grand scheme of life, it's nothing.
Fair.
It's you're not going to remember it either. Look at COVID. Months at home for all of us. Now, fair enough, I was more productive during that time than any other time in my business. It was
but constant. A lot of people weren't.
Most weren't. That's the point I'm getting at. Most weren't. And also, despite the fact that was more productive, it still wasn't happy.
Yeah.
I was starting a business during that time. Most people fucking weren't.
No. Actually, a lot of people were.
A lot of people were, to be fair. But no, but
most of us were like baking banana bread and shit.
It's still the same thing. Most of us weren't. I wasn't happy. I don't think we can equate productivity with happiness or it being a good day. Like we said earlier, we do tend, if someone asks us that, if we've had a good day, it's about how much work we've done. When did that start?
I don't know, but I hate it.
Can I just say something else as well? You know those like 6 days between Christmas and New Year where it's like everybody's staying at home, no one's doing anything.
It's legal to do fuck all.
It's absolutely fine. No one's ever felt guilty about that. I certainly haven't. And it's that reassurance because most people are doing the same thing. Saying that, most people probably aren't. Carers, 999 people, they're not. But
they're busy.
But there'll be a lot of other people that mostly are.
Like 9 to 5 people.
Yes. That will be sat at home doing nothing. Bank holidays don't bother me at all. I go in the studio, same as normal, and work. I'm not having a day off just because it's a bank holiday if I don't need it. Most people are doing nothing. Yeah. So why do I feel any different?
But as well, like most people made the business so that they don't have to fit into those boxes of like, I work 9 to 5, I work Monday to Friday, whatever. Yeah. So if you need a day off, take a day off.
Yeah. Well, not even a day. If you do need a week at the moment, I do feel like I might need a week off.
Yeah, that's okay. But like you said, like the big scheme of things, absolute worst case, you're a week behind schedule.
Yeah.
That's 7 days.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the fucking world.
But if I do that quite often, I miss it.
Yeah.
So I get into that space where I want to get back to it.
Yeah. You'll go, I'll take 7 days off, and then 2 days in, you'll be like, oh, I'm itching to get back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So in that instance, does taking that bit of time off help productivity?
I think so.
Probably, yeah.
Because I think you also, you don't necessarily need a week off. Like, in this situation right now, say, you feel like you need a week off. But again,
Yes.
you'd probably take a couple of days and you'd be fine. You just need a little refresh. But do you know what I mean? You just need a tiny break away from it, and it makes you appreciate it again.
But it's the being at home, not doing anything
Yeah.
that makes me feel guilty. I don't mind saying I made a cake yesterday. It's shit. It tastes like shit. I can't bake. But just because I felt the need to do something.
Yeah.
But I didn't even want to bake it necessarily.
Yeah.
It's just the ingredients were there. And I thought, I should probably do something with
Yeah.
my day. So if someone asks how my day, I did this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. My day was good, thank you.
I don't want to eat me fucking cake.
No, that's okay.
But there's that urge to be
Yeah.
doing something
Yeah.
all the
That's
time.
the thing, like, I'd feel much more guilty about spending the day sitting in bed doing nothing, watching telly, than if, like, me and you went out somewhere.
Yes.
I wouldn't feel guilty about that because
Yeah.
I've still done something. But actually, it's still a day off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's still a day
See,
behind in my business or whatever.
I do still get that guilt.
Okay.
I have to sort of arrange it with myself. So, like, around my birthday, I won't have a week off as such, but I'll go out and do things
Yeah.
with different groups of people.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
But because I've arranged that and I've told myself that it's going to be that way first
Yeah.
week of September, it's fine.
You've essentially booked time
I've
off.
booked time
Yeah.
off. It's weird. But, like, for example, say a Thursday. I'm usually in the studio on Thursdays. If I suddenly had a day off and went to go home, that feels foreign almost.
Yeah.
I can do that on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Why are you doing it on Thursday? Like, you're 2 days early, babes. But who's telling me off?
You haven't got a boss, it's
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
And it doesn't impact productivity because if I feel like I need a day off, I'm not being lazy. I know
No.
that I'm not being lazy. It's because I feel drained and I
Yeah.
need it.
Yeah.
I just want a day where I just don't see anyone or do anything.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
Mm.
You shouldn't need to have to justify that even to yourself. But
I
for
mean-
some reason we do.
I have had times, and I don't know, this might be unhinged, when I've been really burnt out, where I've took myself home and how I've managed to justify it to myself. I'm not giving this as advice, by the way. I think even you're going to think this is crazy. I've had second Christmas.
Oh, Ellie. Please describe to me what second Christmas entails.
Right, okay, so do you remember lockdown, like the first week, and everybody was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I saw something online about people having second Christmas.
This is cute.
So literally, things you already own,
Okay.
wrapping up,
Okay. Fuck off.
put the tree back up, dig out all the Christmas films. I didn't have much money during COVID, so like I think people were buying themselves new things
Yeah.
and wrapping them up. I certainly wasn't. But yeah, put the tree back up. Love Actually,
This is
Frozen,
so cute.
Elf.
Oh, I love that.
But when I've been really in times of really burnt out,
Yeah.
I can't remember what the scenario is, which makes me again realise that it wasn't that deep, clearly.
Yeah.
But I did take myself off home for a day and I had second Christmas. But because everybody's doing that around Christmas, that was how I was justifying it
Yeah.
to myself mentally.
Yeah.
By
That's fair.
pretending
Yeah.
it was
Christmas.
Christmas, even though it was probably fucking May 16th.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cute. That's such a good idea.
It's insane.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Incomprehensible to me. But whatever gets you through it.
Yeah. No, but it is those times that if you've worked and worked and worked, if you've been really productive, like I say, it's not sustainable. It's good.
Yeah.
If you have a day where you think, oh, I've got loads done there,
Yeah.
good for you, get that buzz. I know I do.
Yeah.
But it's to do that, to have that day every day,
Yeah.
it's just
It's
not
then
sustainable.
boring, isn't it? It's mundane.
It's mundane, and also, have you been productive? Because if you're coming home constantly going, I've got loads done today, like I say, how do you know when?
How much is there to do?
Yeah, well, how much is there to do? How far behind were you? But I don't believe in like daily to-do lists. I do a weekly now, and that's working much better.
That's good.
Because I don't like the idea that I'm setting myself a challenge that's there for no other reason than setting myself a challenge.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
If I've got a time, what's the word?
Sensitive.
Time sensitive
Yeah.
deadline. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm not prepared to let other people down.
Yeah.
But for the most part, with the kind of job I do, I don't.
Yeah. So I've mentioned this before, but at the start of each year, which I'm sure you think is toxic, I write a big list of goals of things that, like, in an ideal world, I'd like to achieve that this year. But I don't really put any pressure on it. It's stuff that I can like quietly do in the background when
Yeah.
I've got spare time or that kind of thing. If I don't get around to them, they just roll over to the next year.
Yeah.
But they're things that, big picture, this would help me, this would progress my business, whatever. And for me, ticking one of those things off feels huge. It's like the most productive thing I can do in my head.
Okay.
But on a smaller scale, I do write to-do lists, but
Daily?
no. Well, no. So I kind of put all the things I know I need to do on a list in order of importance.
Okay.
And just kind of slowly work through it at my own pace.
I believe in that, yeah.
So the things that, like, that definitely does need doing today, you should probably fucking get a move on. That's top of the list.
Okay.
So, again, it's like low pressure. The things with urgency are done first. And then that way I can, like, work through it during my work hours. And whatever doesn't get done, again, rolls over to the next day.
Okay.
And doing it that way, it works for me because it's ensuring that, like, most important things are getting done. But again, the least important things are just rolling over to when I've got time for them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So for me, a good day, productivity-wise, would obviously be ticking loads of things off that list. But I have to remind myself sometimes that, like, other things get in the way and take priority. And I'm not going to ignore customers in the shop just because I've got a to-do list. And I'm not going to skip my lunch because I haven't done enough work.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ignore my body and my brain telling me if I need a rest, if I'm not feeling it. I'm making sure the important things are still getting done, but I'm also doing what I need to do for me.
Yeah. I mean, I used to write daily to-dos, but at some point, I don't know when. Probably, do you know what, actually, from doing this episode, I think I do know when other things started coming into it. When it wasn't just drawing anymore, when it was shops, when it was online, you know, when it was markets, you know, all these other things that
Photographing
crept
stock,
into
doing
it.
all the admin, emailing people. Yeah.
Please, yeah. But I think at the heart of every small business is a skill that you've spent hours and hours to perfect and practice. For me, it's obviously drawing. Then suddenly you enter the small biz world, and then there's admin, there's social media, there's bookkeeping, there's restocking, and it's suddenly it's no longer that skill.
Yeah.
That thing that you started with, that thing that was all you had, suddenly it's
on the back burner now.
It's on the back burner. It's, you know, never forget that the reason that you're running a small business, making money from it, doesn't necessarily matter how much money. It's not because you've replied to lots of messages. It's not because you've got a fast response rate on Etsy. It might have a little thing to do with it.
Yeah.
It's not because you've made fucking shit ton of content, batch content, if you like. It's because you've spent hours perfecting that skill.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate productivity.
Oh, I love that.
Oh,
what a good line. No, you are right though. Like, again, like, I don't want to keep going back to the AI thing, but
please don't.
No, but if you've got that skill, that's unmatchable.
Yeah.
No matter, even like say the skill level is like 1 to 10. Even if you're like a 6,
yeah,
you've still got something.
Yeah.
That other people don't have.
Yeah.
Other people are at a 0. Do you know what I mean?
I get a lot of guilt from not drawing enough, but like I say, it's those bits, it's the other bits taken over completely. Not taken over as such, but making that bit smaller. They've all got. I have only got the same amount of hours in the day, but it's to do all those different things rather than just building a portfolio, which it was when I was starting the business.
Yeah.
Everything relied on drawing, on making the designs essentially on drawing.
Yeah.
It's not that anymore. But I look back at a drawing that I've done last week in comparison to a drawing that I did when I was 16.
Yeah.
I can see a difference.
You're still perfecting that skill.
I'm still perfecting
it's ongoing.
that skill.
Yeah, it is. So you're being productive every time you draw.
Because it's getting better.
Yeah, but you're being productive every time you don't draw as well, because all that other shit still needs doing.
Yeah.
I think there's no guilt in, I didn't have time to draw today because I was doing X, Y, and Z. Because the X, Y, and Z still needed doing.
Yeah.
Even if that X, Y, and Z is sitting in bed at home watching telly.
Yeah.
That needed doing. You needed to do that for your own mental health. And I think that's okay.
It's just the silence sometimes. And do you know what, though?
What do you mean by the silence? That sounded so ominous. It's just the silence sometimes.
No, because...
What do you mean?
Because... You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a big thinker and, you know, there's a lot going on at once. It's usually influenced by other people. Okay. It's not them, like, me asking you where you went on holiday.
Yeah.
I've done that to myself. This isn't me blaming you. But when I'm at home alone...
There's none of that.
There's none of that.
Yeah, that's fair.
And it's like this little off switch that I can finally...
Yeah. Do you think you'd work better in a lone studio?
No, because I enjoy that.
Yeah.
I enjoy those chats with people.
Yeah. Do you think you'd be more productive?
That is a difficult one. Yes, but I'd be unhappy.
Yeah.
So we have to balance that.
Yeah, that's what you've got to weigh up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I might not be unhappy all the time. I'm not saying that me working from home during COVID, that every day was fucking tragic. It wasn't. But overall, I don't look back at it as particularly happy.
Yeah.
Now, fair enough, that was full of anxiety and worry as well about
COVID.
Yeah. But just... If I can have that balance of being around people, but knowing that I can also get away.
Yeah.
That's ideal for me.
Yeah. But I think you've got quite a good setup because obviously we've mentioned so many times, but your roommate in the studio is Sass, who we are also friends with. And I think that you've got that comfortability. Is that a word?
No.
Okay. You've got comfortableness. I don't know, whatever the word is, where you can say, actually, I need to focus on this right now. I haven't got time to chat at the moment.
No,
do you know what I
it
mean?
does happen that we're both naturally quieter when that happens.
Okay.
But I don't know if I am. Because I talk out loud. I think out loud.
You do, yeah.
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 I don't know. I think anyone who shares with me just has to learn to drown me out, really.
Sorry, Sass.
Whoops. No, but like I say, you know, that it's also exhausting for me.
Yeah, I bet.
So that's what I mean about having to go home and switch off.
Yeah. If I was thinking as much as you, I'd be knackered.
It's tiring.
Yeah.
It's tiring, but I don't, you know, like I say, everything in life's a balance, I think. And it's all just a balance snap that we're all trying to perfect all the time.
Yeah.
Now, one issue that I'm facing lately that I think is affecting my productivity is that I think I'm getting cabin fever because I'm in the studio a lot more because I haven't got another job now. I'm full-time currently.
Yeah.
It's not this dream world that I think a lot of people think it is of being a full-time artist.
Yeah.
I feel a bit boxed in. I feel like I might need something else to take
Yeah.
me out the zone.
But you always said that when you had a day job.
Yes.
You always said, I think I would like to keep a day job because
Yes.
I would feel cabin fever if I did this full time.
I need that time because even when I'm
Yeah.
at a day job, I'm not feeling productive because it's not my business. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I
But you're also no. But you're also not feeling pressure to be productive because
No.
you're doing something else
not
at that time.
necessarily productive. I'm just trying to get through the shift and earn
Yeah.
some money, basically.
Yeah.
Obviously, a day job that you like, you know, that's far more enjoyable. But
Yeah.
it's for me, it's a case of I feel more productive in my own business, knowing that I've had that couple of days out of
Yeah.
it doing something else. I
Yeah.
think my issue is that I do have to be doing something all the time. Does that have to be something for the business? No, I just don't cope with boredom.
Yeah, and that's fair.
Mm.
I don't know how to fix that for you, really.
No.
Get another
well,
job. I don't know.
Any final thoughts?
I think you're gonna think this is cheesy, but I think on a whole, we just need to be easier on ourselves.
Yeah, probably. I
think-
don't think that's cheesy. I think that's fair.
I think it's yes, a lot of the pressure is internal, and I think it's hard to.
All of it is.
Yeah, it's really hard to combat that because you're in your own head, and I get that, and you get that, and probably everyone listening gets that. What is the answer to that? I don't know.
I think it might be a culture thing.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's the hustle. It's the oh well, such and such on Instagram is doing this all day, and I need to be doing this all day.
And
And
I've got grind tattooed on my
yeah,
back,
it's
you know.
shit. It's fucking
It's
shit.
toxic.
It is, and we don't need to be doing it.
No.
The end.
So this episode is called Working Hard or Hardly Working,
Yeah.
the productivity myth. Do you think it's a myth? Because after recording this, I actually think it is.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think it's a myth. I think it's performative.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's a lot of it's for show. I think, again, like we've mentioned this in the social media episodes, we've probably mentioned it in quite a lot of episodes, but that kind of thing that you see on social media isn't necessarily what's going on.
But is it social media or is it just a culture in
Yeah,
general?
I think it is. I think it's like when we get together at markets, say, that's not social media, that's us actually physically interacting with other small business owners.
Yeah.
And I often, the stories that they're telling, I feel guilty that I'm not working as hard as them. Even
Really?
though I am.
You are?
But that's the thing.
I can say this because I've done a lot of the same markets as you. I know the people you've met, the people I've met most probably. And yeah,
But do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. That often guilt, that
Yeah.
self-comparison that we spoke about
Yeah.
in the mental health episode. I think that was episode 32. I'm on it.
Yeah, you are. You're good.
But productivity, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. But it's a balance.
Yeah.
It's a balance. You don't have to be productive all the time. It's not a race. When do we get into this habit of thinking it's a race of who
Yeah.
can get the most
It's not
done?
a competition.
You can be productive, but everything you produced is shit.
Yeah. Yeah. You can be working all day.
Yeah.
But it's shite.
Yeah, and it's that thing as well. I often get, I don't want to say jealous as such, but what I do is such a slow process.
Yes.
It takes me ages to draw
Yeah.
something from start to finish, ages. But I know that when I finished it, it'd be fucking good.
Yeah.
I'd rather have fucking 3 new drawings a year and then be something that I'm
Proud of.
incredibly proud
Yeah.
of and know that I've gone up a notch
Yeah.
than do fucking 20 that I think, I don't like them.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
I want to keep bringing it back to drawing because I keep forgetting sometimes that's what I do.
No, but if you were purely measuring it, it's not a scale that can be measured. Because
No, it's not.
If I was like, oh, well, Ellie, I've knocked out 3 drawings today.
Yeah.
What I do is much quicker than what you do.
Yeah, I know that. And you
Yeah.
know that as well. Yeah.
But if that's what we're measuring things on, how much you've got done, you're never going to win.
It can't be measured. And we're all entirely different, and the businesses are different.
Exactly.
You know, for a lot of people, especially, for example, jewellers, ceramicists, their materials are so expensive, they
Yes.
can't afford to bash it out.
No.
Who can?
Absolutely not. No. But like for us, our materials generally are quite cheap.
I think
I do
let's-
everything on a computer.
Yeah, I think what this episode boils down is let's not confuse fucking productivity with quality.
Yeah. And cut out the comparison.
Yeah.
There's no comparing there. Stay in your lane.
Yes.
Your business is your business.
Yeah.
You don't need to worry about what anyone else is doing. You know what that noise means, Ellie?
No, I can't remember. Tell me.
It's time for Q&A. So this is just a little segment of the podcast where we answer a few questions from our listeners.
2 questions.
2 questions. Always 2 questions. So, first question. You want to read the question? You want me to read the question?
I'm going to read the question for this one. So it says, I feel like I have days where I feel like I'm going 1 step forward and 3 steps back. It's hard to explain. It's not always, but it feels impossible to get out of once I'm in it. Do you guys get this? Any advice?
Yes. I feel like this very, very often. It's usually after those days where you're like busy all day but not really got anything done. It sounds cliche, but I think you just need to keep going. I think there's not really steps backwards when it comes to your business. I think everything can be learnt from.
Yeah.
I think every step that you make in your business is forwards because you're still doing it.
Yeah, that's
Do you know
a
what I
good way
mean?
of thinking. I do get what this person means though, because sometimes you get a knock that you're not expecting, and this person hasn't given much context. But I'm gonna assume that that's what's meant.
Yeah.
Like those knocks where you just feel like you know, whether it's just
Shit.
be something
Yeah.
hasn't turned out right,
Yeah.
a new product, whatever, you know. And it is just a glitch. No one is inherently unlucky. Sometimes we just feel like we are.
Yeah.
I know that I've had times like this, but also there's the other side of it where sometimes you feel like everything's really simple and easy, and you
Yeah.
think, should it have been that
It's
simple
too
and
good to be
easy?
true.
Too
Yeah.
good to be true. Yeah, there's other ends to it as well. We're always questioning everything, so I do think, you know, you're thinking about it, you're learning from it. But that's the thing as well, because we're in charge, we question everything we do. So I had it the other day where I was packing for my first market in 5 months, and I got it done really quickly. I tripped over thin air while I was doing it, but I got it all done really quickly. I remember stacking the boxes up in the hallway ready to go to the market and thinking, fucking hell, where's that out? Like, what?
Yeah.
And then feeling the need to write lists and go through the boxes
What have I
again, because I thought,
missed?
what have I
Yeah.
missed? It shouldn't have been that simple.
Yeah.
So
It works both ways.
it works both ways. Like I say, this person hasn't given much context as to what they mean specifically, but that 1 step forward is always that 1 step forward.
Yeah, and I don't think, like, the 2 steps back, obviously 1 step forward, 2 steps back, you're not actually getting anywhere. But I think as long as you keep taking that step forward, you're going to get somewhere.
Yeah, that step forward is always that step forward.
Yeah.
It sounds to me like they might be having ideas that aren't working out.
Maybe, yeah.
Sooner or later, an idea will work out.
Yeah.
People always forget that we always see the finished product from each other, but they don't see the 10 that have gone in the bin
No.
before that.
Absolutely not.
I think it was Picasso who most of his sketchbook would go in the bin. It would be awful.
really?
But, you know,
Same. Yeah.
Yeah, same. We're all the same.
Yeah. Like, I actually have a sketchbook that I do all my ideas in.
Oh, really?
You've never seen it.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
didn't know it exists and we're best mates.
Oh,
But that says a lot, doesn't
Can
it?
I see it?
Not right now. I haven't got it on me. But yeah, one day. But you know that goes to show. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's hundreds and hundreds of ideas that I've had that didn't work out, haven't gone anywhere, tried to draw it, couldn't do it.
Yeah, same.
I don't show anyone that because what's the point?
I tried to draw a building a couple of months back, and
Hate that
never
for you.
again. Never again. But you know, I mean, I could have really sulked on the fact that I hate
Yeah.
this and it's not working. I'm not. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
End of.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Move on, try something else. Yeah. I think that's the balance that you need to find is the point where, like, what's the tipping point of persevering and actually this isn't for me.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the business generally. I'm saying that whatever that specific thing is that you're working on.
Yeah. Like I won't ever attempt to draw a building again.
Yeah.
I don't think.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You've learned from that. You don't like doing that. That's fine.
Whereas, you know, through this podcast, actually drawing more objects, easy peasy.
Yeah,
So
you've
yeah,
enjoyed
I'll
that,
carry on
yeah.
with that. I like
Yeah.
that. We've made this all about ourselves. I'm really sorry.
I mean, they did ask.
But no, they've asked if we get it, and we do.
Yeah.
My advice would be that 1 step forward is still that 1 step forward. Always.
keep taking that step.
Yeah.
And you'll be all right.
And it is just a phase. You feel like that. You've said several times that you feel like that.
Yeah.
It's not reality.
No. But all it takes, like, I completely sympathise because all it takes is a couple of things to go wrong and you feel like it's the end of the world.
Oh, absolutely.
And I get it.
Yeah.
100% I get it. But you've just got to remember eventually you will come out the other end of whatever this bad pocket of time is.
You have to have the bad times to remember the good. I always think that.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Because if you never have the bad times, how do you know the good times?
Exactly. If all times are good.
If
all
you don't have
times
the
are just mediocre.
if you don't have the unproductive times, how do you know the productive times? balance. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right. The next question. Do you guys use any apps that make social media easier, i.e. video editing, writing captions, etc.? I'm spending way too much time on it currently and I'm looking at options. ... So I don't use any apps. The reason I don't is because I'm stubborn as fuck and I don't like learning new things.
Yeah.
I would if it was much more easily accessible to me. If somebody sat me down and said, this is going to change your life, this is how you use it, it's dead easy. And yeah, absolutely I would. But like, for example, I got a new phone last week and I actually wanted to die at the thought of learning how to use it.
Same. Not you learning how to use it. I mean, I also got a new phone last week and
yeah, it's not for me. I like learning things like knowledge. I don't like learning how to do something.
No,
I
same.
fucking hate it.
I've upgraded from an iPhone 1 to an iPhone 2.
Wow. But saying that I don't use apps, something that does work for me, it won't work for everyone. I think it would make you want to cry.
Me?
Yeah, you personally.
Oh, go on.
But I have a spreadsheet.
Oh, yeah.
So, similar to what I set up for the podcast when we start the podcast that you hated and we soon obliterated. Along the top of
You looked at me.
I'm not. It didn't work for you and that's okay. It works for me. So what I do is along the top for social media, I have Instagram AM, Instagram PM.
Oh, fuck off.
TikTok AM, TikTok PM, mailing list.
Oh, that makes me feel sick.
Yeah. Hear me out. Down the side is a list of the dates. And then it helps me because I'm not just posting like sporadically as and when I think about, oh, post that now.
That's how I work.
Exactly. So I have an actual plan of like, I can spread things out evenly. So like I'm not posting like 6 times in a day because I've had ideas. And every time I have a new content idea, it goes into the spreadsheet for a later date.
Okay.
And then maybe once or twice a week, when I've got time, I will sit down and batch make the content and schedule it for the dates that are in that spreadsheet.
I think I've had to zone out. I'm sorry.
I feel like you want to be sick. Okay. So it sounds like the most boring thing in the world, but it just really, really helps me. And I think it's having it all there, like out in front of me is what helps.
Okay.
I don't know. It just, for some reason, clicks with however the fuck my brain works.
We do work very differently.
We do.
In that, so.
But like I said, it sounds fucking boring. It sounds mind-numbing. But if for some reason anyone is interested, drop me a message and I'll send you a photo of it. I don't know. If you think it would be beneficial to you, I'm not going to gatekeep the spreadsheet because it's bullshit. But yeah, so that's...
I remember the early days on this podcast and all the spreadsheets.
So when we did start the podcast, I made a spreadsheet for everything and Ellie wanted to fucking kill me. She's just not a spreadsheet girly and that's okay. But I find having all the information in one place...
I knew it was such a you thing though,
Yeah.
so I just thought, I'm not going to say anything, I'm going to let her
Yeah.
have it, but I'm not taking away anything from this.
Yeah, but no, to be fair, in the very early days, we were kind of sharing the social media aspect.
Yes, we were.
And from that, then I was getting a lot of benefit out of that spreadsheet. You were not. You took over the social media. You don't need the spreadsheet.
No
so that's
spreadsheet,
fine. Yeah,
no.
and that's fine.
But also no consistency.
Well,
So
yeah,
that
here we are.
too.
But this is the world we live in now. But I think that's okay. Like, people work different ways. Do you know what I mean? Like, if there's an app out there that will do all that for you and you find that beneficial, fucking go for it.
Okay.
Go on.
I do. I use an app called InShot for video editing. So when I'm doing our reels, mainly because I've stopped doing my own social media, it's tricky to get your head around. But once you do, I find it absolutely fine. And I'm the biggest technophobe going. A lot of people are really into the Instagram Edits app, which came out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say recently, but I did use that for one of our reels actually, but I only used about one function on it. So I think I used something to improve the audio quality because you're a fucking mumbler. And to cut silences, which wasn't really necessary because I was in the video and therefore you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I use InShot for videos. It's a learning curve, but once you do get your head around it, I do pay for it, but I can't remember how much for the life of me.
Okay.
When I put this question in, I even had a look through my accounts to see how much I'd paid for it, but I think I did like a one-off payment years ago because it's never showed up on a bank statement since, but I distinctly remember paying for it. And then I also use another app and it's called Baza Art, which is a horrible name.
That is ugly.
BAZAART. It's essentially a little bit like Canva, which I do also pay for as well. But I can have it on my phone. So say, for example, I open a template Instagram post and I can just use our colours or my colours, photographs, putting text over images, dead easy. It's a piece of piss and I pay £35 for that a year. It's essentially like Canva for your phone because Canva on your phone is awful.
Right, okay. As someone who has used Canva, could you give me a little breakdown of how you feel about Canva. Like, is it useful?
For me, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
It's about as techie as I get, Canva.
Okay.
I won't use Photoshop. I won't use Illustrator.
Yeah.
So I even put my prints together. I won't use anything
Yeah.
else. I can use that for everything. So all the market promotion that I'm doing currently is through Canva.
Right. Okay.
All, like I say, I make my prints on Canva. I wouldn't be able to do it without Canva.
Yeah. Okay. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Yes. For me, wouldn't work
Yeah.
for, I'm sure
Yeah.
it wouldn't work for Illustrators. Probably wouldn't work for you, Jade.
Yeah.
But for me, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And that's all the apps.
That's all the ones that I can think of
Yeah.
off the top of my head. There was an app that I remember everybody was raving about in a business course that I did once called Hootsuite.
Ooh.
I know,
Not
it's
sure how I
not a
feel about
horrible
that.
name. The HOOTSUITE.
Okay.
And that's for like social media, managing
Right.
multi social media platforms.
Oh.
I think I downloaded it, give it a go, and went, no, that is not for me.
Yeah.
It's a case of finding what works for you, I think. So I
Yeah.
would encourage you to go a little bit ham and download loads and just have a play around and see what you want. Do the 7-day free trial things, get
Yeah.
your money's worth, and just see what works for you. That would be my advice.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Good tip.
But there are things out there that can make it easier for you, I think. Like, I
absolutely,
wouldn't
yeah.
have a clue how to edit a video if I didn't have that InShot app.
Yeah, but that's the thing, like, work smarter, not harder.
Same thing as if I didn't have the Bazaar app, I'd just be posting photographs off my phone,
Yeah.
which would be fine. But, if I want to do a bit of text or something,
Yeah.
if I want to crop it so that it fits exactly the way I want it on the grid, it's a lot easier with that.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing anything fucking magical either, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not overly editing. It probably is quite basic what I
Yeah.
do, but I purposely made the business so that it could be basic.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, that's what works for you. So that is all we've got time for today. Episodes like this are not necessarily like advice or tips.
It's more to talk about the narrative,
Yeah,
I think.
it's more support, isn't it? Like
Oh,
other
yeah.
people are in that situation as well.
It's something that we both feel. When we come up with episodes, it's always something that we both feel
Yeah.
we might need to talk about because it's something that we're affected by, so
Yeah.
therefore other people might be affected by it.
Yeah.
And good productivity rate is good, but it doesn't measure your worth as an artist
No.
or a maker or a small business,
No.
is the end of it, and therefore, in a way, is a myth.
Yeah. So you can join us on the 6th of August. I believe the next episode will be out.
We have got a next episode.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what it is yet. But it'll be out on the 6th of August, and by then we'll know.
We will.
All know.
By then we will have recorded it.
We'll have known what we said and everything.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, don't forget to give us a follow on Instagram, that really fucking trying, and check out the links in our bio if you've got any questions or if you want to apply to be a guest. And there's also a Ko-fi link where you can buy us a coffee or purchase some of our merch.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.